Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? TJ, stop going over to Stacy's house. Don't go over there no more by yourself. I'm scared for you. That woman is in heat. Stacy is in heat. And she gon' P. Diddy you. I'm just afraid for you, bruh or sis. I'm just scared for you. She gonna be like, take that, take that. She gonna rub some of that baby oil on you. And you ain't gonna know what happened. Oh, child. And I don't even want to talk about Karen. She's the MVP. That girl know how to be a housewife, okay? And Ink, I have some words for you. Welcome, besties, to Behind the Shade. Let's throw some shade and get into another episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. It's season 9, episode 7, Hard Launch, Soft Landing. And watched the show, don't know where that title came from, who said it, who are they referring to? I don't know. Do y'all get it? Because I don't. And I also am going to change the title. We'll get into that when we get there, right? So let's rate this week's episode. What do you guys think? It was giving. It was good. It was good. I mean, the last, 5 minutes was the show, and then some stuff in the middle. But um, I'm gonna give it an 8. It was a good 8 for me. You let me know down in the comment section what you rate this week's episode. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Tell a friend, share the video, pump me up. Let's support and love each other. Right? Right. Okay. So Stacy has TJ over, her best friend, for a sipping paint at her crash pad. That's what she calls it, honey. When Arabella is with her father at the house, she comes to the crash pad. Okay, girl. So he likes the way it's decorated. He's loving it. Like sounded like almost like he was getting ready to move in. Almost. So she tells TJ how the ladies are making fun of them for not having adult time like regular people do. And so, he's like, that's fine. They can say what they want to until they meet me. And what you gonna do? Oh Lord, is he getting ready to come for his flute? And so he says, well, they're not making fun of me, they're making fun of God. And I was like, oh no, he didn't throw Sky Daddy in this equation. Well, we already know Sky Daddy is in the equation. And I'm just like, well, they making fun of God is what he says, but baby, you're making fun of Stacy. And that's not cute. Stop going around there. If you're gonna be celibate or abstinent, they say it's two different things. You need to hang around family members. Don't come around no friends. Don't come around no girl that you know like you. Stop playing with that girl. You are a grown man. And I'm sorry. They said you were like 40 what? When they looked you up on the bus. You look older than that. Like add another 10 years. You don't look bad, but you just don't look youthful enough to be in your early 40s, in my opinion. Okay, so we're over at Ashley's house in her backyard. She's gonna have Giselle and Karen over. Hey, Giselle, you look cute. I see you, girl. Karen comes over. She looks cute. And girl, they outside and poor Ashley. Ashley is serving popcorn, croissants, and some nuts. Child, I'm like, what? You want to invite people over for some snacks? Girl, it looked like it was brunch time. It looked like a cute little Sunday. They all dressed up all cute. I didn't get dressed up, put on no makeup, no wig, no shoes, and a whole bunch of body cream, body butter from Stormy. body glaze, whatever. I didn't put on all my stuff to come over and sit in your backyard to eat a croissant and some popcorn. So then she puts it on them. Well, I know these are your favorite foods. Girl, where is the veggie omelet? You need a food to bridge the gap. You need some substance. Where is the bacon? So they're over there. And so Karen is telling them how disappointed in Mia and Jacqueline she is for saying like she needs rehab and wants to go to rehab, right? And so she says Mia is the one that had the problems with the opioids. She said, she talks about it on her YouTube page. Go on over there and pull up her YouTube channel. She over there on that YouTube. So production is super funny, honey, because if they didn't do nothing in this episode, they kept us updated with Karen's court dates, okay? It was 7 days, 3 days, 4 days, 2 hours, 29 seconds. So I guess next week we'll get to the courthouse next week because we on our way, child. So Giselle is like, Karen, is this like a trial or something? What are you doing? And so, Karen's favorite quote, I can't talk about it. Oh, and you know me, then why are you here? You are here to talk about it. But like she'll tell you, go on that YouTube, go on that internet, and they'll tell you what's going on there. So, she can't talk about it. She ain't going to talk about it. She's sticking to that, honey. And good job, honey. Go on, Karen. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. So, of course, I'm saying protect yourself, but that's code word for deflection. Ah. And so this is how Karen deflects. And I said MVP for Housewife. Because let me tell you, in the next sentence, I was like, look at Karen. Look at Karen clocking in. Clocking in, honey. So she takes the limelight off of her. Oh, but I can't talk about that. But so Giselle, tell me, how do you feel knowing that Reverend Brian is getting married? Let me put it on you. How are you feeling? Are you in your feelings? What's up? So, and as you know, Pastor Brian got married to his woman. I believe it was probably like Friday. They got married during the week, but towards the end of last week. And baby, did you see them pictures? I know she's an AKA. I'm aware of that, but baby, the flamingo wedding dress, the pageant dress, the Broadway theatrical. Oh, wow, okay. And what did he have on? Some dark suit with green sparklies on the side. Child. So I guess she was like, you got to wear the green. I'm wearing the pink. Girl. Anyway, they're married. We won't talk about that. They're in love and we wish them the best. So Giselle was like, I want him married. Oh yes, I believe pastors and politicians need to be married. Because he needs to stay in the good graces with New Birth. And I'm like, what you mean need to stay in the good graces with New Birth? What does that mean? Because my pastor is divorced. He's been divorced. It's been a good 10 years, and he is in good graces with Mount Calvary. Like, what's happening? You can be divorced and be a pastor still, but you want the aesthetics of family. Is that what she's saying? Because he's been divorced for a long time, and okay, whatever. So that's what she said. That's that on that. So the kids were confused, the girls, because he was telling them that his fiance was his friend. And it's like, oh, so yeah, when you get married, it's like, oh, you're marrying your friend. Oh, okay. It's like you can't do one thing. These parents think children are so dumb and stupid, and you think you're protecting them from something. They ain't stupid. Like, we know you, but they didn't know because they don't live with them. But I'm just saying, what is all this not telling them stuff? When you decide to be the woman's man, yes, you need to update the kids because, of course, you started off as friends. So when you escalate the relationship, you need to put an update out there. You need to tell the congregation, your family, and your friends, this is my woman. That's that on that. Goodness. So we over here at Wendy's. well, with Wendy, she is taking her family out for dinner. They're going out after the kids graduated. The little girl is the youngest. She graduated from pre-K, and I guess the middle son, he graduated from elementary school, so he's headed to middle school. And so they're going to eat, and the mama is very self-centered, self-absorbed. Everything is about her. And Wendy is finally, speaking up for herself and kind of checking her mom, in a nice way, but just let her know, like, we're here for the kids. Well, it's about, well, for the kids. Like, she's like, hey, can you chill? It's like, will you stop talking? And it's like, okay. Then I thought, oh, I get it. Every mama on every reality show has to be a fool. And I'm not saying, what's her name, Susan? And I'm not saying Susan is acting like, the Mama D's and the Nancy and the Wandas of the world. But, eh, you know, here we are. So Wendy is fighting back and she looks good. And so she can't wait for her birthday party, and she has spent thousands and thousands of dollars. And I don't know why, but things are expensive and you want to do it up, but you don't have to. But I know venues cost a lot. The wedding, the not wedding, but the party planner costs, it do cost, but you paying 50, $60,000 for a birthday party, Wendy, in this economy? Them Bravo checks must look good. And you didn't quit jobs and all that, but she might be putting 20 on the 10. So so we find out, Eddie does not, his family does not fool with him. He is the black sheep of his family. And I find that odd because he's of an African descent. And it just seems like they're very cultural people and traditional. And I don't know what happened. All I remember, do you guys know what happened, Besties? All I really remember is the mother said her and Eddie's mom were cool. They were good friends until Wendy and Eddie got together. So what does that mean? You think less of Wendy and her family? Like, I don't know, but they just cut them off. And I'm just like, that's so weird. But his siblings are coming. His brothers and sisters are coming. They're not bringing their kids because I didn't catch this, but somewhere down the line you can't bring both generations to something. Oh, what? You can't bring the kids because of why? And so it's just sad that they had these three beautiful kids and they don't know their daddy's side of the family. But we're gonna hope and pray that they make it work, and it moves on and gets better. And this is the start of something beautiful. But the family does not support Eddie. They were not at the wedding. They were not at his graduation. They don't even know that he studied law. He's an attorney. They have not been there for anything. No housewarmings, no kids' birthdays, none of her graduations too. But they don't support them. So they cheers to the two graduates, and Wendy tells them like if they get their master's degree, that they can get, she'll keep their names on their trust funds and they'll get their money. And I'm like, before I tell you what Susan had to say, I got to say what I want to say. But you're putting that on them just like your mother put on you, Wendy, and you didn't like it. She was pressuring you to get all four of these degrees, and you decide to turn 40 and get a backbone, and you quit what she wanted you to do with your life. And you're trying to put this pain on your kids. No, you want happy children. You want happy kids. You want adults to pursue their passion and their dreams and do what they want, not what you want. And that's just strange that she would even say that. And then I'm also thinking on a financial side, you want me to struggle with going through a master's program and then, do that, collect the debt. I'm just assuming, let's just assume there'll be debt. And then I got to wait for you to pass away and then I'll get some money. All that money is going to do is pay off that darn student loan. So it's like, it really washes itself. How much money is in this trust fund? I need to know. Is it going to be way more than what it costs to go get a master's degree? Because in my mind, it just seems like the trust fund will take care of the master's debt, with the interest and the late fees and the deferred pay. It just don't even, it seems like a wash. But the mom is like, that is not how you raise kids. Honey, what? She was like, no, you got to go and be successful. Pretty much, Susan was saying, no, you got to go get that money, get them degrees. All of y'all got to get 4 degrees too. How about 5? And I want my allowance. So then she lets Wendy know that she didn't get her allowance that month. That is late. She's like, how many days late? I forgot because I watched it yesterday. She's about, was it 4 or 5? Was it 10 days or 11 days? Somewhere between 4 to 11 days late. So when you're like, oh, you want your money? You want your money, even though I'm sitting here spending 40, 50,000, $60,000 on my party, but here you go. And so production was all up in her phone, honey. I saw um I saw $500. I thought I saw 4, but it looked like she changed it. So I don't know if it was 5 and then she changed it to 400, or what somebody else said it was 600 and she changed. I saw 5. I'm gonna go with 500. So she gave her money. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, let me be quiet because um I don't have no money to be paying my mama $500 a month. I can't give my mama that kind of money. But I'm glad she's okay. So we go over back to Ashley, no storyline, Ashley Darby's house. And she got her mama over there. She chastising. What's her mama's name? Karen? No, no, I don't remember. What's her mama's name? Teresa? No, that ain't it. I can't remember her name. She over there chastising her mama because she got a heart disease and she not taking care of herself and she want her to start. And it's like, bravo, and whatever production. Why do we have Ashley still here? Like she has no storyline. We go from her hosting the girls to not talk about Karen's court case. Now you're gonna drag your mama back into the the equation. Oh goodness. We need to know about you and Michael. We don't want to know about your mom. We already know that ain't nothing changed. We know she's still working 12 hours a day. She with that no good man that ain't got a job, that ain't giving her no money, and she ain't going nowhere because he got something can't nobody give her. Okay, we got it. We know, but where is Michael? We want to see Michael. You know what I'm saying? We want to see y'all co-parenting. That could kind of be your storyline. We want to see you back at the attorney's office signing some paperwork with Michael. That should be your storyline. And you're deflecting. Ashley, you're deflecting. You could be in a production room trying to work on some more clothes for G&A or promoting it or doing some more. I mean, like, Ashley, what is going on? So you're deflecting. You're not getting a divorce. You don't want Michael on screen because he don't want to be on the screen. And why are you here? We don't care about your mama. We just don't. And matter of factly, you should have asked her to just move in with you if she could take care of her grandkids, and maybe that could get her away from that no good something of another. But that's not gonna happen, and he gonna be over there too. So why are you taking us down this road? We don't want it. Good. So now we are at Jassie's event. She's at the Willard Hotel. This is the after party. Her boyfriend Darius plays. Well, he played for Kansas City Chiefs. They won the Super Bowl last year, so they went to the White House, and the president hosted them and all this. So this is the after party, right? So the girls are coming in. So we got Giselle. She's always first, seems like. Giselle comes. Then Ashley comes. And honey, she clearly didn't like that hairstyle that she had when she was in that backyard with Karen and Giselle, honey, because she done went and got a flat iron. So here she come in this old tea party dress. It was like, Ashley, that is not cute. And normally she can look cute most of the times. Giselle's looking better, but Ashley, you didn't do it. That was not it. That was not it. So they're all coming in. I guess we had then Kierna comes in with Greg, and they come here. They come in one at a time. Here come Jacqueline and Mia and Ink and blah 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 blah. So Giselle meets Ink, and so they talk about the co-parenting of it all. And yeah, we'll get to that soon, right? So then Giselle, in her confessional, she agrees with Karen that Ink is short, very short, very, very short. What they call them, apple box or something like that. And so I was thinking, looking at Mia, she was wearing a long dress, a formal dress, right? Formal gown or whatever. I'm just gonna call it a dress. It didn't look like a gown. But I was like, I bet you Mia is not wearing heels. Because why would you want to? Like, she can't wear heels no more if she gonna date this guy. Because if she wears heels, she's not gonna be able to hear him when he talk. She gonna have to bend over, huh, text me. They gonna have to do sign language. So I just think she was in flats. I swear, I think she was in flats. So Jassy is in her confessional and says that Greg is also shorter than she thought. And it's like, why are you imagining what Kay's boyfriend's height is? Why do you care? You need to be worried about being, don't you got, oh, maybe that's side piece behavior. I don't know. Maybe that's side piece behavior because, honey, it has been confirmed. Jassy is the side piece who upgraded. You know that baby mama has spoke her piece and said, "I got these two kids because had them by my man. You just swooped up in there on the side, and you did your coleslaw thing. So Jassy is coleslaw also. So Kiana goes over there and confronts Mia about saying her boyfriend is a, dealer of the illegal substances. And so she was like, that was real disrespectful. You can't be just talking about him and his reputation because he's a social worker. He got a good job. He's a good man, Savannah. And Mia apologizes. And then she gonna say something slick like, yeah, he looked like he a social worker. And it's like, why? Because he wasn't dressed up. And I'm like, Greg and TJ for that matter. Did y'all see what TJ had on? Like, TJ, you look like you were going to the movies. TJ had on tennis shoes, jeans, and a polo like shirt. What is going on? So Greg, he had on a Gucci sweater, but it still wasn't dressy enough. And you would think when you live in the DC area, when you go out and you doing Super Bowl things, woo, 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 you will put on a suit jacket, like a blazer, like put on a suit. What is happening? At least jeans and a jacket, but I just put on a whole suit. Like, what are you doing? So Mia apologizes. That was nice. So Wendy introduces TJ to Eddie as Stacy's man. And honey, TJ got a good old kiki out of that, honey. He was like, ha ha ha, claim that baby, claim that baby. And I'm like, what? And Stacy didn't mind at all. She loved the way it sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness, but y'all please stop playing. Like, it's giving Kenya and Walter vibes. It's like you got him here for a storyline and he just playing into it, but it's fake. It just seems so fake. Cause who is walking around here just standing on guard? We do it. I'm just like, I'm celibate. But why are you playing in her face at the same time? If you don't want her, leave her alone. Like, didn't you learn that along the way in your life, TJ? Stop playing with people. If you don't want this woman, just leave her alone. If you think that you made your boundaries clear, because you clearly haven't, because she tried to take that at the house, you need to back away. Why would you just be over there doing sipping paint and wasn't sipping? Because you don't sip, you don't smoke, you don't nothing. You don't scissor, you don't spoon, you don't you don't even kiss. Do y'all even hold hands? Like, leave her alone. Like, I'm sick of it because I like Stacy. So yeah, so Mr. TJ is like, claim that baby, claim that baby. And it's like, I cannot believe he didn't come and put no clothes on. Did he not know where he was going? Did she not tell him? Did he spend the night on the couch and just didn't have clothes and didn't have time to go get any? I need to know. So Ashley comes up to TJ, and she asked about the friendship, like, yeah, you guys are just, nothing. So he's like, yeah, no, nothing physical. And then Eddie says, good relationships are based on good friendships. And so there's like, so what do you guys do? And he was like, well, yesterday, we went to the zoo. You went to the zoo. And so TJ is telling them, like, no, nothing physical, because after you do that, you get bored. It's just nothing else. Bored. So TJ thinks if you have adult time, you do the the hunching of it all, then the relationship gets boring. So Ashley in her confessional, she's like, Stacy, you need to run. And I'm like, girl, you have no room to talk, Ashley, because you need to run to the divorce attorney's office, okay? If you want to talk about somebody running, that's where you need to be running. And don't speak on people's situation when yours, you're throwing rocks at a glass house. Don't do that. Don't do that. So Jacqueline arrives, and then Darius comes with his teammate. And honey, he was nice on my eyes. Hi, teammate. I didn't catch his name, but hi. So Jassy introduces him to Giselle, and Giselle is kind of like, "Oh hi." It was kind of weird because, he got on this African attire and he looks very prestigious, and Giselle is like, hi, and he not really saying nothing, and it's weird, and so whatever. So then everybody meets Darius, and they're small talking, and he should not. We know he didn't go to all his classes in school, but hi, Darius. And then they do a toast to him. Oh, the side piece gave her boo a party. Oh. Then Mia goes up to Karen and says, well, Giselle told me that you was coming for me. And Giselle is like freaking out, like, oh my God, oh my gosh. Can you guys come over here? Can y'all come over here? So they go to the side and sit down in private. So Karen tells Mia, she said, to take, are you coming for, like, you coming for me? No, I'm not coming for you. And she said, you telling people I went to rehab for opioids, and that's not true. And she said, I went to the hospital because I OD'd. Okay. So Mia's explaining that she had a C-section with her son and she got hooked onto the meds. And she decided to go the holistic route to get her healing. And that was through the chiropractor. And that's how the joints, what is it called? Joints. That's how joints came about. Because when you go get adjusted at the chiropractor, it removes the pain. So then she didn't have a need to take the medicine. So good explanation. I'm glad you cleared that up, Mia, because I was kind of like, oh, okay. So Karen admitted that she was being messy, and she said, okay. So they kind of like both apologized, whatever. So Mia told Karen that I wasn't coming for you. I love you. And Karen said, well, your love is strange. When I tell you I hollered as I am now, that was funny to me. I said, that's right, Karen. You show these heifers. I like how Karen is not taking nobody's mess. And I really wish Shannon over there at OC would have taken notes from Karen, because they are friends in real life. You see the comparison when you compare the two. If you guys watch OC2 or listen to my reviews, Shannon, they both women who have DUIs. Karen is on her second one. Is Shannon on her second one too? Okay, I don't remember. But Karen does not drink on the show. She doesn't drink for the cameras. She's not drinking in front of us to judge her in view. And Shannon does. Every time them girls have gotten together, Shannon has not turned down one drink. Not one drink. And she goes into this rage. Every time somebody talks to her, she got to walk away. She got to cry. She got to fly home early. She got to catch a cab, catch an Uber, fly away, crawl away. She has to get away, come back, and go into a rage again. And you see Karen on the other side. She is handling these broads. She is going low, lower than low. She going under HELL because she's level-headed. And I wish Shannon would have done the same instead of getting all emotional, walking away, crying, coming back, whining, and we got to hear the same thing over and over again. I'm working on myself. I'm working on myself. I'm working on myself, Tamara. So she says, so Karen tells me her love is strange. And she says, well, Karen, I am not a yes friend. I will tell you what you don't want to hear. And so Karen says, and you've been messy and not supportive. Now, can that change? Probably. That's what Karen says. And so Mia's like, well, we both went low. And Karen said, and I will go low again. See, I wish Shannon would be taking notes, but Shannon want to keep on drinking and crying about it. So there you have it. There's a difference in the ladies, and Karen is doing a MVP job this season alone. She's holding her own, and she ain't taking nobody's mess. She's stirring the pot and protecting herself and deflecting and protecting her peace and not telling y'all her business all at the same time. Very clever, Karen Huger, the grand dame. So, and what is Shannon's little name over there? She called herself the Countess or somebody. Whatever, girl. Okay, so then the other ladies, they come over. What y'all coming over for? Did nobody call y'all over here? Did production tell y'all to go over? They all came over there hovering. Now, if you paid attention to Stacy's facial expression, you could tell Stacy is a real friend to Karen because she came over there like, let me go over here and see what's cracking. Because that Mia, I don't trust her. Let me go over here and see what they talk about. She had Karen's back, and I love that for Karen and Stacy. Oh, and Vivian was at the party too. She came with Karen. Oh, hey girl, we miss you. I do because I want to learn more about Vivian. So when Karen told her that she would go low again, here go Mia. Just got to have the last word. Them phrases gotta have the last word. So here come Mia, and I will go lower. Okay, girl. So then they go back and forth and back again about balls. Because Karen says low as the balls hanging. What, Karen? Low as the balls hang. Low as the balls hang. Okay. And so then here go Mia. Well, you know about low balls. Don't come for Ray. Keep Uncle Ben out of this. Girl, you would know because your husband, and he still is your husband, he ain't but probably 12, 13 years younger than Ray. So you know about low. And I wish Karen would have said that too. But Karen got her. She said, well, you know about balls because you like public balls, plenty of balls. That's your profession. When I tell y'all Karen is the MVP, I love that for her. Whew, child. The way I keep keyed right here, I might have to get him a 9. I might have to go ahead and say a 9, besties. That's it, a 9. So, okay, let's get to it because we got to get to it. So, Karen goes to lunch with her handsome cousin, David. Hey, David from Surrey County. He was actually on the phone when Karen had her crash. He heard everything and he started to tear up just remembering what had happened. And, she's telling him not to cry. Pause. Karen, this is why you are on your second DUI. People, do you hear me? Listen, besties. especially the older people. It is okay to grieve, mourn. It is okay. Stop telling people to stop crying about tragedy, about even unalive situations and stuff that's just emotionally overwhelming. Stop telling people to stop crying and be strong. You can be strong while you're crying. You can, and actually crying is nothing but liquid tears, and you feel so much better. You got to get all that out of you. Stop. This is why Karen has another DUI. She is keeping all these emotions inside, trying to be strong. You can be strong and cry. Who says being crying is a sign of weakness? Where do we get that from? That's for kids that don't know how to handle their emotions, and they just want what they want, and they pout and they spoil. But as adults, crying is a part of adulthood. You cry when you don't have enough money to pay a bill. You cry when they make you pay the late fee on something you thought you was gonna get away with and be on time about. I mean, you cry. You hit your foot on on that bed, on the edge of your bed. You gonna cry. You go to the dentist. It hurts. You're gonna cry. You break a bone. You're gonna cry. Nothing's wrong with it. I just wanted to choke her when she said that. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry, but I just had to do that because somebody needed to hear it. Okay, so she admits that her drinking comes from when her and Ray had those tax problems, and Giselle was just making a big old mockery out of her. That was so cold. And then she decided to move to Virginia to kind of, settle things out with the money. And then when her parents got sick, she wanted them to move with her, and this was going to be a way that she could handle it. And then they both, end up passing. And she said she never grieved, and now she's focusing on her healing, and she knows God's got her. Now, you can say what you want about that, but this is a real moment, and these are real reasons why. And it's good to see that she can say it, on TV, because it's been a lot of you guys ask her questions about her court case and all this, and she can't tell you. But at least she can talk about this and tell you where it stems from. This is the stem of the DUIs. You understand? She never grieved when two of her parents passed away. That is tough. One is tough. Two, OMG, right? So, and then she's a little older than me. She's older than me, so she's from that generation. And don't cry, hold it in, don't cry, be strong. You got to be strong for the other siblings. No, you don't. You can still do that and cry. So that's where it stems from. So this was good. So yes, this definitely gets a 9 now. So, woo, are you guys ready? Honey, so at Mia's house, her little apartment, the same building that she lives in with Gordon, her and the kids and Ink are at the house, and G comes over, honey. He got to ring the doorbell. Ding dong. He don't even get a key to a place for his kid. And I understand that, but whatever. Just something I just noticed. So he tells Mia that he will not be on camera supporting her and Ink's relationship. You're not gonna have me looking like a third wheel with you. You're not gonna just drag me and have me come along as you trying to put this man ahead of me. And I agree with G. And I know Mia likes to talk about his mental, you know, disorder, whatever. We all got something wrong with us. Mia is a little, she's on the spectrum, if you ask me. So we're gonna take that away. We understand that's why you don't want to be with him, but you are not handling this well at all, Mia. Let's get into it. I'm so ooh. So Ink is like, well, we don't have no problems. And he's pretty much like, I ain't talking to you. Because when I look at you, you are the reason why all this drama is happening. You come around. Have you ever went away? This is Gordon's. These are his thoughts. You came around. When I see you, I see that you are a cheat. You done cheated with my wife. Y'all done had an affair. And okay, we understand that that's how Mia and Gordon started. We get that. We understand Gordon was married. He met Mia at a strip club. He bought her a car. They went to Miami and they had adult time in the daytime on the beach in Miami. Understood. Karma is a yes. Bleep. We get that. But right here, right now, this man loves his family, and so Ink is like, we don't have no problems. Well, you don't have a problem because you are a part of the problem, Ink. Gordon has a problem with you. Every time he got to be around his kids, you're there. You're with his wife. And you sitting there talking about, I'm supporting my lady. What? Baby, I was like, Gordon, this is the time when you flip that counter, that island, flip that whole kitchen and throw it out the window if you want, Gordon. Flip them chairs, flip that whole apartment upside down. Did you just call my wife your lady to my face? You gotta calm down, bruh. You gotta calm down. And you have a daughter. Your daughter has a mother. Like, you need to chill. You acting a little petty. You being a little aggressive, little passive aggressive. And, of course, it's Mia's fault, but you ain't even playing your part correctly. You ain't being, anyway. Anyway, so he says, y'all already in an expired situation. Child, I had to pause. I said, no, he didn't. So let me tell you, I'll say this first. First of all, sir, it's not expired until that divorce decree has a stamp on it with the date of the day that you guys are officially divorced. Then that next day, now it's an expired situation. But until you're divorced, it ain't expired. And that's why y'all gotta, and I'm saying y'all gotta stop moving on before the divorce. Stop getting so deep before the divorce. How about they should make a law? It should be against the law to court and get in a serious relationship before your divorce. How you like them people over there on Love and Love at the Lockup? How you engaged and you still married to somebody else? Make it make sense. Like, stop with all that crap. You know, so, besties, this is what I want the title to be changed to for this episode. In an you're no, sorry. In an in an inspired situation is what I want the title to be. In an inspired situation. I was like, no, he didn't say that. That was kind of slick. I like that. You are in an inspired situation. That could be the title. So G tells Ink, after they got married, he said, y'all had an affair. Huh? You had an affair. Did you do it once or did you have it twice? Because she got pregnant and got rid of it because of you. Woo-wee! Ink was like, he gonna lie and say that he didn't know it. And I do not believe that. Did you see that look Mia gave him? She looked like, Nick, what the what? Don't you sit there and what? Honey, Gordon been holding on to that for a long time. Cause how you a high school sweetheart, you come back out of somewhere. Cause did you come back or was you just tucked away? Then you come back into the fold. Then you trying to claim my son as yours. You think my child is yours. You got a lot of boy, does Ink have the Napoleon syndrome? You got to be real careful with these short people. They come with a lot of mess. They got a lot of mouth, a lot of attitude, and a lot of drama. Sorry, short man, but it's true. Ink is full of crap. So, um, they never answered his question. Mia's like, come on, Gordon, that's not fair. Stop doing that. Gordon, stop. Gordon, don't say that. Gordon, don't do that. Nobody answered. And so Gordon says, so you think Jeremiah is your kid? Ink was like, yeah, I told you that. What? Gordon, get him. Gordon, get him. Ain't nothing wrong with Gordon. He may be, bipolar, of course, but he sure is keeping his composure in this moment. Child, I'm like, Gordon, get activated. Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson. Or what's the other one's good name? Paul, something Paul. Oh my goodness. But I'm like, man, gee, that was your cue. You could have went upside his head. So he went back to, you had two affairs with my wife at least. Mia, you was going through things that I didn't know about. And he said, was there adultery committed? They never answered him. Was there adultery committed? They never. Hey, how about that? It is now. If it wasn't no adultery being committed, it's being committed now. And you're asking Ink about adultery. He's not the adulterer. It's Mia. He's the fornicator, G. You need to ask him, has you been fornicating with my wife? And they didn't answer him. So that's a hard yes. Solid yes. Here go Mia deflecting. I tried to stand by your side. You know what you put me through wasn't normal. Child, you ain't normal. Really? Nothing about you, Mia, is normal. Normal? Okay. Gordon leaves. I'm like, that's right, G. He came and said what he needed to say. He been holding on to that. He been trying to be he for them. And he said, I've had it. You're not gonna be having me in pictures with my family, and I'm over here with the kids, and you over there with that old Apple box DJ. You know they keep calling him a DJ. I'm a radio personality. Whew, so G leaves. I'm like, you better walk that walk, and that is not a hallway of shame, honey. That was a hallway of blame. He blames Ink for all of this. Well, he doesn't, but he just talking about this new normal. He ain't with this new family. He ain't promoting your little situation. He ain't finna sit here and rah rah for you taking his wife, because he still wants his wife. And Mia, let's face it, you left when the well dried up, honey. You was for years. I've been putting up. You ain't wanted to do nothing. I'm trying to give G the time that he needs. That's because the therapist told you that. But he needs self accountability. You do too. He asked some good questions and you never answered. You want this thing to go your way. You got ink wrapped around your finger, but you don't have G wrapped around your finger. Admit it, Mia. When that money dried up, you dried up. And then Mia tells Ink that she's sorry. You are sorry. And you should care enough to move him out of your equation until everything is said and done. Because remember, you want the divorce. He doesn't. You're not like, you need to hurry the divorce up so you can move on. But like right now, Mia, is not the time to be trying to blend, bring somebody else into the situation. And all. It's just not the time. You need to get that divorce settled first. Then you move into this co-parent with my new man thing. That man told your husband that you was his lady. That should have sounded so uncomfortable to you, but it didn't, because you don't have a backbone, you don't have a soul, you don't love Gordon. You probably never did, because honey, as soon as that business folded and he went into depression, you broke. You couldn't take it. So she tells old Ink that she's sorry. What you saying sorry to him for? And so he's all like, I just don't like that. He came and he was just, using all that profanity with the kids right here. They in really? So wait a minute. Okay, so the kids are there, right? Mm-hmm. You uh-huh. Whatever. I'm gonna let that slide. Okay, so the kids are there, but you are in here saying to their father that you think that the son is his. What about what you say? That's what you said. What about what you said with the kids listening? Because you know they was listening. You told their father that you think Jeremiah is his. They heard that. What about that? Just because you wasn't cussing That make G worse. They heard that you have cheated with their mama on their daddy. They heard that. You didn't deny it. That's what they heard. Talk about what they really heard. Forget the cussing. They can handle the cussing. They didn't heard cussing before. I don't know what you getting at. They just all that profanity. What did he say? Adultery? Maybe he cursed. I'm sure he did. But there's that deflection. And Mia's telling him, they don't know that we're a couple. They think we're best friends. Here we go again with thinking kids don't know what's going on. Excuse me, wasn't your son the one that caught you and Ink in the bed together? You said that last season. So make it make sense. Stop thinking these kids don't know what's going on. They grew up with you and their dad in the household, and now you got this friend. You don't act like, well, you do act like that with Jackie too. Huh. Girl, when these kids grow up, I want Carlos to interview them. Because, baby, they going to have a lot to say. Give it like 5 more years. They going to have a lot to say. I want to hear from these kids. I want to keep a tab on them, honey. So Mia think the kids don't know they're a couple. They do. They caught you in bed, and they're not dumb. And so Mia tells us, honey, she deserves happiness, and she's done. Girl, you just how about this? I'm done. Besties, that was the end of the episode. Next week it's gonna get active. We're gonna see some stuff. Did you see the previews? I'm not gonna talk about the previews because I try not to watch them, but I did see them. But next week gonna be good. Let besties let me know what your comments are in the comment sections. Have a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, besties.